Hi everyone, it's Wendy. Welcome back to the channel. I am back today to just make some kind of a bunch of tags. I'm working on a couple of bird journals and I want to be able to have some decorated, some tags that I've decorated with some of my Tracie Fox birds from her fussy cuts. And these actually are all Tracie Fox wallpaper. This is grungy wallpaper. A bunch of them. This is wallpaper swatches. So I think we'll stick with maybe doing a couple, see if I can prep right from the get-go, a couple of these sets of tags. I love these because they have a beautiful, colorful background and it makes me think of spring. So I think we'll start with those. Now I always cut one off because I find that with using art glitter glue, which is my favorite glue to use for making videos, I find that if I try and do 3 of them, the first one I put the glue behind will have started to dry. So this is Recollections. This is all from Michael's. This was an assortment of cardstock. I think it was called Dream or something like that. And they're a lovely weight, and they're beautiful for backgrounds. And I got a bunch of these sets when they had their recent sale. If you bought one, you got another one. I think you got it half price, if I remember correctly. Anyway, so let's just get started. Let's glue these down, and then we'll cut them out, and we'll decorate them. So yeah, I think we'll start with this one. Get my glue stick. I just want to make sure that what I'm doing, I'm straight. I am, okay? Because it looked crooked to me. So there you go. So guys, first of all, thank you for joining me. Thank you for your lovely comments on my recent videos. Love doing the envelope series. So those will continue as long as I can come up with random ideas. And thank you for your comments about Leo. Not Leo. Oh my gosh, listen to that. Oh, wow. About Arthur. Still miss Leo. And Arthur's his own kitty. He is like absolutely beloved. We adore him, but like I said in the last one, he's a bit of a monkey. And not to cast aspersions on monkeys, but oh my goodness, he's running the roost, which is not unusual when you have pets, is it? I mean, he'll skulk and hide under things, and he'll wait for one of us to go by, and then he'll just attack our ankles. So you kind of have to make sure you know where he's going to be. I mean, he's only a pup. He's only a kitten. He's just 9 months old. And he and Midgie absolutely adore each other. So that is a good thing as well. So I just thought the lighter colors might be kind of pretty for behind these. Yeah, so I'm working on a couple of bird journals and need some more bird ephemera to go with. So I thought I'd just come on since I have to make it anyway. Oh, and guys, exciting news. My sister Stacie, hey Stace, she lives in Florida, and she's been subscribed to my channel for a long time, as has my other sister, but she started to make journals. Like, she's starting her first journal. It's pretty exciting. She was pretty excited when we were talking earlier in the week, and she was talking about the fact that, you know, she had coffee dyed her own paper. So I think she's going to get hooked, get bitten by the journal making bug. So I'm really excited to share my craft with her. And please join me in saying hello to Stace. Stacie, I'm excited to have you part of this community, and not just watching, but actively making journals. I think it's going to be awesome. So, yeah, hopefully she'll show me what she does, and I'll find some way to share with you guys. But she's not interested at this point in doing her own YouTube channel, but I tell you what, if she did, it would be hysterical. She is, well, I adore both my sisters. They're everything, but Tracie's one of the funniest people I know, like just naturally funny. She'll say things like just off the cuff, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe she thought of that. And it's just always entertaining. So there you go. So this is how quickly and simple it is to back a digital with cardstock. You guys have seen me do this sort of thing. Those of you who've been around for a while, and I so appreciate you. And I love that there are some new folks. Someone pointed out to me recently that I've hit 40,000 subscribers, which I have to say is kind of gobsmacking, you know? I mean, I do it because I know this is going to sound strange, or I don't know. I make journals because I can't not make journals. And it is art therapy. Like, it's just so good for the soul to be making something. So to say I love these cutters. Tracie was saying that she'd watch my video on the 12 things that I would recommend that you have if you're starting out. I don't even remember what they were. And the funny thing is, they may have changed. Who knows? But this sort of cutter, this little guillotine cutter, and it's Tonic Studios. And I have to say, I love this little thing. I mean, it's a 8 by, goes down to, it says 9 inches, but it really just does an 8.5 inch piece of paper. And yeah, I'm a big fan. I don't have the one that does a 12-inch long piece of paper. I've toyed with getting it, but it's so much more expensive. I don't know why it's so much more expensive. But so I think back in the day I only paid like $20 for this one, but there you go. Okay, so that quickly, we have 6 bases. So we have 3 blue and 3 pink back. And of course, if you're an inker, you could ink these as well. Alrighty. Now, I have a bunch of Tracie's birds that I've cut out. And these are from her fussy cut birds. What else do I need? I didn't think this through very well, did I? Just looking for some paper. Ah, here we go. I've got some paper next to me. I've set up my craft room a little bit differently. And I'll have to do a video and share with you what I've done. But I'm liking it. I'm liking how it looks. And we're just going to do 3 at a time, I think. Set them out like that. And I like to have like a straight edge here. I could say this is great for stamping. And just put some, I like to have some paper to put in different locations. Sometimes you tear it, sometimes you cut it. Something like that. I think the trick is not to be too precious with it. I could fold that around the edge, couldn't I? So we'll maybe set this one here, and we'll fold it around the edge. Okay, I'm not even going to line up the birds first. I'm just going to do this a little more organically. Now, if you have glue stack, this would be a great place to use it as well for doing this decorating purposes. So there's one. I may end up bending over more than, or folding over more than I had originally thought. We'll see. Just looking around as I'm doing this, which is not a good thing to do because I probably end up getting glue all over myself. But I'm starting to wonder, where did I put my labels? Oh, I see the box now. Okay, we've got that. And then we'll do this one. And get the glue on there. Like that. Okay. This time I didn't go right to the edge. I allowed the print to come through there. Okay, now I have my container. This is just a Tim Holtz. Actually, it's a container for, I think it was mostly for his crayons and some of his distress products. And I like to put a lot of fussy cuts and whatnot in here. So we've got some various things. Actually, let's just pull some of this stuff out. We might want to use some of it. There's some lovely stamps. There's another bird. Okay, just move this over here. I think I have, oh yeah, I have some of these portraits here as well. Some bigger flowers if you wanted. I have some postcards. Those will be fun to decorate. Set those over there. The things you have that you forget that you prepared. Well, this is also from Tracie's, one of Tracie's pieces. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just going to set this off to the side for now. I mostly want it to look at what I had for labels. Doesn't look like I have a whole bunch in here, does it? Okay, so we'll set those there. What if we did something like this? We put this label, put this out of the way, put this label, and then kind of choose a bird to go with it. For some reason, I see having a bird that goes that way. And I think that's going to look good. So I'm going to put the label up there. And see how it goes. Didn't fold anything around this one. I might just put that a little bit askew and then fold that around. It's meant to look like an old wine label. Okay, now put him here, and this is an actual old stamp, so it could have it like right here. Actually, I like that there, so I'm going to set that there. Just kind of a bit of seat of the pants. The only thing I knew is that I wanted to make these tags. And then we'll go from there. So what are you guys working on? And would you like to see how I've reorganized my art space? Let me know if you do, and I'll try and put together a video. There we go. I love it when you're collaging and the things you put down touch each other in some way. I don't know, for me it creates a relationship, and I just think that looks really, really pretty. You could put something down here if you wanted, something like that. And that actually I do like. So we'll set that there. Another one of Tracie's beautiful labels. I mean, I use them on absolutely everything. Now, what if I have some of my wonderful ticking fabric from Vernie at Triple V Vintage. And I love getting them like this because it's just such a great size for crafting. And I'm just going to cut that up the middle. And I'm going to add it to the top here. Put a bit of glue. Art glitter glue is terrific for those of you who are new. It's absolutely terrific for sticking down fabric. So I set some there. I'm just going to fold that over like that. So there we go. We have our first tag done. And I must have missed a little piece of paper there. Super happy with that. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Have this that came out of the box, and I wonder about doing something like we could have a bird coming up towards that. I wonder if I want to do something more from this side instead. Oh, the colors here are amazing. Yeah, let's do this one like that. So I'm going to set that one over to this side. So I'm really letting the orientation of the bird to dictate where I'm putting things on this particular tag. So there we go. Now, do I want? I do. Do I want? Yeah, I do. So I'm going to set this on here. Oh gosh, it was so sweet. Tracie said to me, "Oh my gosh, just to hear your voice." I mean, we talk frequently, but I think it's a little bit different when I'm just talking generally to all of you who share my enthusiasm for junk journaling and crafting and art journaling and all of that sort of thing. So it is pretty cool. I'm very, very grateful for all of you. Okay. Oh my goodness. That one is so cute too. So cute. Actually, that's right, not at the edge. Okay. So I have, move that out of the way. I have my little punch here. And I bought this on Amazon quite a while ago, so I don't know how much I paid for it, but are you guys finding, I'm finding that the things that I bought a few years ago are far more expensive now on, even on Amazon. You know, just the supplies that we might be using. This is some beautiful crinkle ribbon from Vernie as well, from Triple V Vintage. Hi, Vernie. You're so good to me. So I'm just cutting off a piece. I'm going to stretch it out to where it's in half or thereabouts. And I'm just going to push it. I love using this size hole for this kind of ribbon because it doesn't constrict it at all. The ribbon. Oh my goodness, super cute. So there we go. That's our second one. Pretty darn cute. Okay. Now here, I wonder about, I see this label. Now, this is brave, cutting a circle on video because, quite frankly, they're not that easy to do perfectly. And here's the thing, I'm not worried about being perfect, but I don't want to be shaky either. So if we put something like that there, oh, I love this bird. It's one of my favorite ones. I'll have to cut off part of his tail, but I think that will work. So I like to do a mixture in my journals these days of finished ephemera and unfinished ephemera. So I'm just as likely to just put one of these in without any decorations other than the beauty of the digital and have it you know, on the cardstock base so that people can do their own thing, because it's important that people be able to personalize. So I set him like that. I think that's great. I won't lose too much of him. I just wanted to put that a little bit askew. Okay. We only lost the smallest bit of his tail, which is excellent. And let's see. I think something like that over here would be kind of nice. These are Tracie's too, and they're like fillable labels. So, oh, I dropped it. Okay. So I like that one too. I'm not sure that I'm going to put anything on the top. Wait, let's see. I have some lace here. Just a sec. Let me cut this. What if I just set a bit of lace right there at the top? I think that would be cute. The trick about doing videos is having lots of good stuff around you that you can use. And that was the motivation for switching the room around a bit, so that I would have really good access to the bits that I'm likely to want to use. And I like all these little bits hanging out. That's very you, Tracie. So, Stacy, check out Tracie Fox, Love Junk Journals on Etsy. Love Junk Journals. Okay. How are we for time? I just want to make sure we're pretty good. Oh, good. I'm way up. Sorry. I should stay to the center of this. I guess so. Yeah. Okay. I'll try and do that. All right. So we have these three, and I'll show them to you again. Let's do the other three, and then we'll call it a video. So these have the blue on the back. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to put some paper down on these, just to just give another interest, another level of interest, like that here, that one, and cut this one. Just cutting up to create kind of a straight edge again. I like all of that, so I think I'll stick this over on this side. So for anyone who's a beginner, maybe it would be kind of fun for everyone to say or for those of you who are seasoned journal makers, and I know a lot of you are who watch, what are the things you would recommend that a beginner have? And that will help folks like Stace and others who are new. So if you were going to pick, I'm going to ask you to suggest 3 things that you think have really been beneficial to you in your journal making to have. So that might help Stacy as she could read the comments and get some wisdom from some of you great makers out there. Okay, so we've got those. Just thinking, do I have, whoops. Just gonna look in here to see if I have, gosh, I have this beautiful lady. She's got some purple on her. That is from Ruby and Pearl. It's part of her, what are they called? Oh no, it isn't. I think that's from Mrs. Cog. That's from Yellow in the Garden, I think. And is this. I think we'll use these and add a bird we'll cut that down. And I think this is also from either white in the garden or yellow in the garden. Why don't we do that? Since it's in my box. Okay, just gonna close that. I also have this little tiny trimmer, and you do not need to get a little tiny trimmer if you have the big one, but I have to say I do find it particularly helpful when I'm just have a few little things to do. So I'm going to cut that down a little bit more. Inside of 3 inches is what we want, so that we see a little bit on either side. So we're going to cut this one as well. I may be off camera a titch, but can't really be helped at this stage. I'm going to cut a tiny bit off here. Okay. All right. Terrific. We'll cut that. So it's good using up things that I've cut at one point to put in my box. So if this one, just set this like this one was here, could we have this beautiful bird up at the top? So let's put this way at the bottom. I mean, I know I put some paper down, book page, and I'm covering it up. Not entirely, but it's part of the process. Like, it's part, for me, the process of getting in the mindset of doing a bit of a collage is to put some book page down. I just think that it's a great way to start, and I like him to go like right there. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, let's see. Do I have, I felt like I had some, I have some stamps. Here we go. I have some stamps here. And these are from Nancy Rose at Wishes and Weeds. She has the best price for some of the best stamps, I'd say. For 100 stamps, I think it cost me like $5.50, something ridiculous like that. I put that there. Just kind of breaks up that line, that straight line. So I'm going to set that there. Like that. So, and if you don't have stamps, those are authentic stamps. You can, lots of people have digitals of stamps. So you've got lots of options out there. Gosh, that's pretty. All right, I don't want to cover her head with our bird's tail. Oh my goodness. I love that one. So I'm going to wait to see what we're going to do for the topper, see how the others look, but I really love how that came together. And because I have so much room at the top here, I'm going to do the same thing. I think, well, let's audition first and see. Would we prefer, or would we prefer to have down here and then a bird at the top? I think I want to do down there with the bird at the top. We'll use that bird. We may cut off, we may prune that tree a little that or branch that he stood on, but that's okay. So try and get this somewhat straight. Okay. And we'll put the bird there. And I think in this instance, I want to put a stamp there. And I'm going to, I'm going to put it like that. So it's still got where it was in the stamp book, a little bit of tape on the back. I don't care. I'm going to glue right over top of that. I'm going to take it right to the edge, but touch the top of this. Now, if we're going to put this guy on, we're going to have him over here. I want this part to touch the top. We're okay with that stem being that long. So, or I am anyway. I hope you guys are okay with it. So, get our glue on. Okay. And then we'll just cut a titch off his tail. Also very, very pretty. Depending on what I put at the top, I may put something else on that one. Now let's try this one at the top and see if we have a bird that will accommodate. So I think I want this bird, this bluebird. Yeah, I think I want that. So I think what I want to do with this one, I think I'm going to just cut the edges. If you have like a professional edge cutter, you could use that. I'm just going to eyeball it. And we're going to cut this and put it at the top. I can see I had some water touch this at some point because the ink has spread a little bit in the back. And I'm just going to try and center that there. Okay, so we've got her there. I mean, you don't have to add a bird, but I'm just, you know, this is a bird journal, so it makes me happy to add the bird. Want to do that, or do I want to? Don't think I want that. I think I want to put this botanical tag or label towards the top here. Oops. Or at the bottom, and make sure I don't put it upside down, at the bottom of that image. That shade of green, that olive green, is beautiful. And then it's okay, I don't mind covering up part of the word botanical. And we'll just put him like that. I think that works. And then we'll choose what we want to use for toppers. And we will have gotten 6 tags done, which is terrific. I call that a good start. Set it so that I won't have to trim off his tail. That came together really well. Okay, so let's see. I think for this one, pardon me, goodness sakes, I'm going to use this again. And I'm going to use the really pretty green. This is what comes in the bundle from Triple D Vintage. And loving the green to go really nicely with all of that foliage up there. So I'm just going to kind of fold it in half again, stretch it out. Oops, pull this through. Like that. And I just love how it kind of has a mind of its own, the way that Vernie has done that decorating. Now let's look at getting another piece of lace. Midgie's she's been very vocal today. So I don't think this is going to need anything more than this lace. I'm just eyeballing where it's meant to go. And then if there's more glue than you need, you can take a piece of tissue and wipe it off. I just do it with my finger like that and then give my hands a good old wash afterwards. So there's that. And why don't we, I think we had another piece. Yeah, we did. Let's just use that up. Another piece of Vernie's. Oh, that's so pretty. always like amazed at how they come together. I mean, you guys are always so wonderfully complimentary and say, gee whiz, you know, you made that look easy. Well, I'm surprised every time, to be honest with you. Like, all I know, if you're working with good stuff, it's going to come out nicely. So I have great supplies. I have great folks who are these great artists, the digital artists who are making these. And it really does add for an absolutely beautiful, move these back into the bag. Makes for really beautiful tags and ephemera, whatever it is that you might be making. Yeah. So I think that's something that my dad always used to say, if you start with good tools, you'll do fine. I know it's something my husband says all of the time. If you have good tools, it's going to come together. So I just have a couple more birds here. So I'll probably continue making some, but in the meantime, let me just show you what we've made. And whoops, I'll stand up and hold them up to you so you can see them closely. So we have this pretty one on the blue, and this pretty one. These are beautiful images. I'm pretty sure it's yellow in the garden. This one might be white in the garden. I'm not sure, but I'm super happy with how pretty that one is. Pardon me. And then there's these. So you see how you can use digitals a little bit differently. These ones are a little less embellished, equally beautiful, and lots of space to journal on the back. So there they are. Those are our tags that we made very quickly using these marvelous wallpaper tag bases from Tracie at LoveJunkJournals, using her fussy cut birds, using some digitals from Mrs. Cog's Crafts, some stamps, and some paper and labels from Tracie Fox as well. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. And hi, Stace. Good to see you. And oh gosh, don't mind this bruise. I've been in the wars. I dropped a shelf on my hand, and fortunately, that's all the damage. So there you go. Okay, guys. See you next time. Bye. Bye, Stace.